So the first project will be presented online by Peter Hoet. Peter, are you there?
I'm here, yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Good.
Okay, so I will very briefly present you, okay? I just need
Yes.
the glasses again. Peter is head of the Center of Environmental and Health and director of the research unit Breath at the Catholic University of Leuven. And he's full member of the EU Scientific Committee on Health, Environment and Emerging Risks for the DG Health and Food Safety. His expertise and research areas are toxicological health effects related to exposure at work and in the general environment, including epidemiological observations linked to mechanistic in vitro and in vivo studies. Peter will present us the project EXPOSIM, but I want to raise your attention to the fact that it is composed by a total of 10 organizations, a total of 10 partners from Belgium, Norway, Denmark, Portugal, Spain, Poland, and Switzerland. So, Peter, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you, Chris. And also from my side, sorry that I'm not there because our flight, the same flight as Manosic, was cancelled last night late and we could not redirect to Spain. So I'm presenting EXPOSIM, a project on environmental stresses as causal determinants for immune-mediated diseases. And so the next title or the undertitle is Mapping and Prioritizing Evidence for Knowledge-Based Policymaking. So what we try to do in EXPOSIM, or what we will do in EXPOSIM, is to provide a strong evidence-based building to better understand how combined stresses such as air pollution, noise, hazards, waste, and so on have an effect on our immune health. And it has been said that 10 partners, 7 countries are in this project. And so we, as a scientific challenge, we will perform in-depth examination of exposures using multi-omics data and linking that to health. So you can see here that we look at different exposures, but also the social economic stressors, in fact, included. A lot of omic or non-omic, but a broad measure of endpoints being measured, and also including the diagnostics of the patients, of the volunteers. And this is done in a large set of different cohorts. I will not go in details here, but it shows here that we use existing databases, and therefore a lot of issues are colored in green. So that's existing data that we will explore, but we also will build a lot of new data points in other cohorts, and linking therefore exposures to health. And so we look mainly into immune remodeling and specific environmental stresses in vulnerable populations, such as young children, early life exposures. We have 3 cohorts for that. Highly exposed workers, such as firefighters, waste workers, but also in diseased people, patients, what was their past exposure, and can we link that to their disease. And we will also perform interventions. So we try to reduce exposure, reduce the stresses in specific scenarios. We will look in existing data. What did existing policies mean for prevention, but also try to implement new interventions in our course in early life. For instance, looking to allergic reactions, and also looking into how simple or complex technical interventions can help to reduce exposures. We will not do this alone from our side from researchers looking at the problem, but also go in discussion with people that are exposed, where they see possibilities to do that. So interventions often built in co-creation with people that are exposed. And so how did we now build up our project? In a practical way, we are looking at data mining of existing data and modeling, for instance, air pollution upon existing data or noise maps on it. Then in another layer, we have epidemiological studies where we really look into in detail the exposome in these cohorts. And in another layer, we have our discussions and work with stakeholders, policy, and try to train people in prevention, for instance, but also have health economic interventions. And then we have the supporting group of layer in our project, the dissemination, the coordination, and so on. So practically, it comes down of existing data that we remodel and reuse. We have our different cohorts. We look into detail to try to find out biological mechanisms, and our discussions with stakeholders and the overall work packages. So that is how we approach our project practically. And then, so we expect to find scientific evidence really to link environmental stresses to specific risk, and more specifically to better understand immune-mediated diseases and really elucidate biological pathways, why certain exposures can direct to certain diseases, and maybe different people being exposed to a different genetic background can lead to a different phenotype, a different disease. So that interaction also. And certainly also important is the health promotion and the disease prevention. So the expected society and political impact is, yeah, and I heard a very interesting discussion just before on how to talk with for instance, policy and when to talk to them. And so the roadmap from knowledge to the regulatory framework. So that's a very nice talk that I want to review again, at least in frame of this. And then also, I think our work on health economics, on how, what is the cost of immune-mediated diseases that are partly or largely built on exposures. So the cost not only for the treatment, but also the cost on the formal and informal long-term care, the productivity loss. So the real picture really of the cost of these diseases, and hope to see the effect of interventions, how it pays off, and how that can promote productivity and health of people. And then certainly we will at different layers build user-friendly tools that help to impact health and pollution. I will not go in detail here. Rita said it already. 10 different partners are over different European countries. This is a picture from our kickoff meeting in February, and you can find us at exposim.eu. You can mail us. We are on LinkedIn and so on. And here, so I thank you. You can scan this to get to our website. And we have also already have information leaflet of our project. And if you scan that QR code, you can download that. So thank you very much.